Good morning and welcome to Stacy's Closet. This morning, if you're here, that means you're here on purpose, which means you have purpose. Now, this morning, I am wearing a shirt dress. It is a navy blue shirt dress, okay? That's what we are wearing this morning. I thank you all for joining me. I do. Now, as I said, the dress is a shirt dress, and it is from my favorite place. You know it, Amazon.com. These are the boots that I'm wearing with it, and they're also navy blue. And again, they're also from my favorite spot, Amazon. This morning, I'm wearing all Amazon. My earrings are a beautiful, it's like an Asian blue. It's decorated like Asian style. Unfortunately, I can't tell you where they came from because they were a gift from a very dear friend. So I don't know where they came from. But I wanted, and again, I'll have all of that in the description of what I have on. Now, I don't know if you've noticed. So, in case you didn't, I am going to lean up. I am going to adjust the camera because I want you to get a clear picture. So, your opinion is not needed nor required. So this morning, my makeup is a little bit heavier than normal. So some of you may have some comments on it. So let's talk about that. So let's get into it. So let's talk about hidden scars, okay? So we're trying to hide scars, right? So true story, my makeup is a little bit heavier on purpose. I have a 1-year-old grandson. He's almost 2, but he is rambunctious. He is, when I tell you, he is all over the place, right? So, we've been kind of snowed in this morning. So I won't be going to my other favorite place, which is, y'all know, the city of David. That is my family. I love you guys. And if you're here in Gastonia, listen, service starts at 11 o'clock. If you want to go, you can either tune in online. They are at the City of David on Facebook, or you can go to 2500 Crescent Lane and find them. Okay, again, the City of David. My absolute favorite spot, my family. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I will see you online today. Now, this morning, like I said, we're going to be talking about hidden scars. So, as I was saying, my grandson with his rambunctious self, he hit me in my eye. So my eye, it's not bruised, it's swollen though. So to try to take away from it being swollen, I had to end up putting my makeup a little bit heavier this morning, right? Now, but let's talk about the ones that are not accidental. Let's talk about the scars that you've been hiding that are not accidental. Man, woman, it doesn't matter. Nobody deserves to be beat on. Nobody. Now, you may not have scars that are physical. There are mental scars too. Mental scars, again, a lot of times I tell people it's easier for you to hit me because I can heal from that, whatever that hit is. I can heal from that. So I can heal from the black eyes, all of that. But the verbal scarring, the verbal abuse, that's the scarring that hits home and settles in there. I'm going to give you a little bit of tea about myself, just a little bit. So my mother was a paranoid schizophrenic. So I did not grow up with her. I grew up in foster care. And so in doing that, I was with someone and I had shared that thinking that I could trust, right? And so I shared that information, and every time we got in an argument, he threw that up in my face and you're crazy like your mama and, stuff like that. And I always had a very, that was something that really bothered me because I absolutely did not want to be mentally ill. That was something I just did that I was afraid of. I had read so many different books and everything, and it was saying that, if you're, it's in your DNA, and, someone can, if your mother had it, it's a possibility that she could pass that on to her children. So that was something that I was scared of, and not realizing that he's a complete idiot. I was far from my mother just because of who my mother is. or was doesn't mean that I'm going to be my mother. So I said that to say this to you guys with your good, beautiful self. You are absolutely too beautiful. 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 You hear me? Yes, I'm talking to you. You are too beautiful to be abused. I don't care if it's physical or verbal. And let's not get it twisted, women. We forever with men are the abusers. That is not true. Some of y'all women are the aggressors. Y'all are the abusers. Y'all will jumpstart some stuff in a minute and then sit around and play victim. Stop. None of that is right. And nobody deserves that. Men, if that's how you being treated, leave. Leave. Run. This woman needs to go get help. Women, if you are being abused physically or verbally, run. He needs help. It is not your fault. It's not. I don't care if you wore the wrong outfit, if you cooked the wrong meal. I don't care what it was. Even if you went out there and you cheated, you still do not deserve to be beat on, okay? Period. And you deserve better. So you get all your beautiful self up, all of it, and you get yourself away from him. Now, I'm going to get churchy. This your warning. I'm going to get churchy. Some of y'all are saying, well, I'm Christian and I'm saved, and the Bible says that I can't divorce my husband unless he cheats on me. But the Bible also tells you can separate. You can leave. And then it says one or the other will commit adultery, which allows you to then separate. So if we're going to go by the Bible still gives you the opportunity to walk away. God does not expect you to be a doormat or a punching bag for anyone. You understand me? So you get your good, beautiful self up out of that house and you run. Run. I don't care how much, some of us, my mom and them, they love him. Okay, well, tell your mom and them to come over there and let him knock them upside their head for a little bit. Tell your mom and them to come up over there and let him degrade them for a little while and see how they feel. Your mom and them ain't married to him. You are. And if he is abusing you or if she is abusing you, it is time to leave. I know women that have stayed. I know men that have stayed in relationships because they family love that person. Oh, my family, they love them. We've been together for umpteen years. Well, guess what? You can be together for 20 years. If 20 years or 19 years or 10 years, 1 year, if they've been beating on you, it is time to walk away. I just talked to a young lady the other day. It was Friday, for a matter of fact. I was talking to her and she was upset, and she was talking about how after 25 years, her husband had never hit her. But after 25 years, this man raised his hand up and hit her. And then he threw her out. Well, I couldn't understand something. He shouldn't have had to throw you out. When he lifted his hand up against you, you should have packed your bags and left. Because I'm going to tell you something. One or two things was going on. He had already found him somebody else, or he was looking, but he couldn't move on that person until he got rid of you. Because that is almost the only thing that'll make a man after 25 years raise his hands up to you, is they got somebody else. So they angry, they mad because you ain't that person. The streets, they out there running the streets. They out there with somebody else. And that other person, because y'all know how I feel about this side man and this side chick. I'm not going to degrade somebody like that. So I'm going to say the other person. The other person done made them mad out there, and they done brought that mess home and took it out on you. It's time to leave with your good, beautiful self. Walk away. I done told y'all, a bus comes every 15 minutes, baby. You better pull yourself together and get out there on that bus stop, okay? Listen, I'm trying to tell you, honey, you don't have to put up with mess. Do not put up with mess, okay? You don't have to put up with abuse. Do not allow someone to abuse you. Now, you're probably wondering what brought this on, because I, at one point, understood what it meant to have scars that I had to cover up. Not so much physical scars, because as a kid now, I experienced a lot of abuse. And so I had a lot of scars to cover up. As an adult woman, I had verbal scars that I tried to cover up. Verbal scars is not possible to cover up. Now, I can get some makeup and I can cover up that black eye. I can get some makeup and cover up the fact that my eye is swollen over here. I can cover that up with some good makeup, okay? But I can't do that if the scars are inside. So it's those hidden scars. You're trying to hide those scars. Well, I got to tell you, those scars are showing. See, when you walk around in depression, you can't love. You don't believe no one loves you. Those are those hidden scars. Those are those scars that's on the inside. Those are the scars that a Band-Aid ain't going to cover up. Makeup ain't going to cover up. But it takes, listen, I can tell you what it took from me, okay? It took prayer. It took counseling. It took a relationship with God. And with all of that working together, I was able to heal those scars. All of those hidden scars, first of all, I had to pull the cover off of them and stop allowing them to be hidden. Okay, so once I did that, and then I had to go and I had to get some prayer, and then I had to get a relationship with God. Well, first I had to get a relationship with God, and then I had to pray, and then I had to go to counseling, and then I worked all of those together. I put all those ingredients together, and then this is what you have. This is who you have today. This is who I am today, okay? I'm happy. I love me. No matter what anyone says, y'all know I tell y'all all the time, honey, your opinion is not needed nor required. I love me. I love me. I do. All of me, big, small, whatever. I love all of me. I do. And let me just tell you, I'm going to tell you, when I say I love me, I don't just, when I take all of this mess off, all of it off, even when y'all see, I got my hair twisted because I do a twist out on my hair. So I got it twisted up right now. When I twist this up and I got my rollers in, I still love me. I still love Stacy. When I take this stuff out, I love Stacy. When I put this makeup on, I love Stacy. When I take it off, I love me. You understand what I'm going with this? It does not matter what this looks like. I love me. I love me for the person that I am. I love me that I can genuinely love other people. I love people. I do. I love me because I am compassionate and I am passionate about loving people and what I do. And only way this is how I got that way. Through a relationship with God, prayer, and counseling. Now, I'm not telling you that you got to take the same route that I did. I'm just telling you, this is how I got to my route. This is how I got to loving me. This is how I got to the part to where I was saying, you the gift, Stacy, you the gift. This is how. I'm just telling you. So this is how I got there. So let me just tell you, listen, I got bad days, I got good days, but even in my bad day, my good day, my okay day, my so-so day, I love me. I still think I'm beautiful no matter what day of the week it is. Now, listen, I might not look beautiful to you. Guess what? I might not. But who cares what you think? Okay? So that's another part of how I got to where I'm at. See, I got rid of all those hidden scars. See, one of those hidden scars was I was always concerned about what other people thought about me, how other people viewed me, what did they think when they saw me. I was always concerned about that. I wanted to always look good because I didn't want anyone to think that I wasn't pretty or whatever. So if someone told me they didn't like my outfit, that would bother me because someone else's opinion always mattered. So when I began to pray and I began to have a relationship with God and I went to counseling, I began to understand that not only does your opinion is not needed nor required, it doesn't matter what you think about me. It is how God sees me and how I see myself. And because now I can see myself, the beautiful person that I am, the person that verbal abuse tried to squash, that the person that insecure man tried to, because I'm gonna tell you, when men start putting you down, it's because they're insecure about themselves. So they want to bring you down. They think they can bring you down to their level. Baby, I ain't gonna be on your level. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that. I'm gonna make you have to come up and get on my level. You understand what I'm saying? So women and men, if somebody is putting you down, it is because they are trying to bring you down to their level. Make them understand, baby, you got to come up and get up on my level. Okay, that's what Sierra was trying to tell you about. Level up. She was trying to tell you, get yourself together. Listen, ladies, you get yourself together. You get your job, you get your car, you get your house, you get your mind right, you get yourself together. Level up. I'm trying to tell you, whatever you did in 2021, baby, you better do it better in 2022. Okay, you better level up. Okay, come up and make him come up. Men, whatever you did back then, you supposed to hold it down. You the man, right? You want to wear the crown, right? Honey, you better be the man if you want to wear the crown. You better be the king if you want to wear the crown. You understand what I'm saying? That means if you want to be the boss, you got to pay the cost. Again, you want to wear the crown, but you don't want to put in the work that requires the crown. See, that crown gets a little heavy sometimes. And in order for you to be able to hold it, you got to put in the work to do so. Level up, baby. Don't let nobody bring you down to their level. You make them come up to yours, okay? All of those hidden scars, I'm trying to tell you, it's time for them to heal. If there are physical scars on you, baby, it's time to run, okay? It is time to get away from him. Listen, if you are in a domestic violence situation, serious domestic violence, reach out to your local domestic violence shelter. Call 911. They will come, they will pick you up, and they will take you to the nearest shelter, okay? There is help out there for you. Please go get it. I had a situation last Wednesday. I was at work, and one of my patients had not shared with us that she had a restraining order on her husband. And so her husband showed up. She was leaving the office, and he showed up and physically began to attack her. And on instinct, I went out there and I got her away from him, and we got inside the building, and I was able to lock the door, right? But then it hit me later, after the police had came and we did all that and we gave our statements, whatever. And I get home, and when I get home, it hit me. That could have went so much different. That could have went so different. That could have ended deadly, because domestic violence is one of the most dangerous situations for police officers, for the people that are directly involved, outsiders that are not involved. I mean, you know how many, it's countless stories where, you know, a person shows up and they shoot her or and anyone else they can get to just to get to her. Again, this was a very dangerous situation for all of us at that office. Every last one of us was in danger off of that. And so I just began to sit there and I thought about it, and I said, God had his hand on us. I know that he had his hand on us. I know y'all gonna say she getting churchy. You're absolutely right, because I got to give all praises to my God, because I might not have been here had he not had his hand on us. Okay? So I got to give all praise to God, because he had his hand on us. And he kept us, okay? Because that could have went completely different. Because later, I find out that this man had been holding her hostage for almost 5 days under gunpoint, okay? And here we are. By the way, he's out on bail. That's our justice system, okay? That's our justice system. But here we are, not knowing any of that. We don't even know how dangerous he is. You know what I'm saying? So we were lost. But God, okay? So again, here we were, and I realized, and she was in there crying, and she's giving her statement, and she's talking to the police. And then she tells him, because they were asking her, because he was physically dragging her. He was trying to get her away. So basically they were asking her, like, where was he trying to take? Do you know where he was trying to take you? She said, yeah, he was trying to kill me. And so, again, God had his hand on us. We didn't know any of that information. Not that even if we knew it, I'm not sure how that would have changed anything that happened. But it would have been nice to know that was going on. Maybe we could have prepared a little bit better for it. But I'm just saying, all of you people that's walking around in secrecy with these hidden scars, you won't say anything about it. You're covering up. And I can't tell you that she took too long to leave him. I don't know that. I don't know how long she had been abused. I knew that in the past he was physically abusive to her. I didn't know her husband because, again, she's my patient. So I knew, she had told me that, her husband had been physically abusive with her. But again, I had not known how long this had, been going on. And, and at the time when she first came to our clinic, she was still with her husband. So somewhere during that time, they split up or whatever, and things happened. And she ended up going over there because she decided she's going to go get more clothes. Ladies, and even men, because this could have been a man. I've known some situations. I haven't known the people personally, but I've seen some things on the news that women have done this to men, okay? So it's not that, this is not just men that do this. Some women do it too. But when we decide to go back, understand, when you have left your abuser, and you go back to try to pick up your belongings, don't go over there without a police escort. Don't put yourself in a dangerous position. If this person was already beating on you, that lets you know that they have the potential to be violent. Well, not even the potential. They have the ability to be violent. They are a violent person. You know that. Don't put yourself in a dangerous position to go back. Do you know that is usually, statistics say, that's usually when the person ends up dead, is when they go back. They're going to go and get their belongings. No, don't send nobody over there to get your stuff. You go over there with the police. Because that's another thing. We will send a friend over there, and then we are sending people we don't even know. We could be sending them to the slaughter. We could be sending them to their grave. Come on now. And I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all, I'm going to keep it all the way 100. See, I was not casket ready the other day. I was not dressed for casket ready. I just wasn't, baby. So I was not ready to go. So I'm telling y'all, listen, when it comes to this domestic stuff, get away from this person. Call 911. Get you some assistance if you need to go back and get your things. But get away from them. Don't go up. Don't put yourself in unnecessary harm. Don't do it. Now, I know some of y'all, I've heard it. Y'all don't know how many, multiple people have told me the same thing. The officer, when we was taking our statement, and she's telling him how I came and I snatched her from him. The officer says, well, basically she saved your life. And she was like, yes, and I'm so grateful. He then turns around to me and he says to me, but don't you do that again. Don't put yourself in that danger again. Don't put yourself in that position again. And I'm like, oh my God, he's right. Now, again, at the time, I was just like, I know, but she needed me. But then I got home and I realized he's right. I put myself in danger. And this is the truth. What could I, thank God I was able to get her away. But the truth is what could I have really done to this man? This man is probably about 6'1", 6'2", over 200 something pounds. What could I have possibly done? Like, seriously. And to be honest with you, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all, If it hadn't have been for that little slippery, if it hadn't have been for the snow, see how God worked, baby. If it hadn't have been for the snow and the ice, because he couldn't get a good grip, because our sidewalk still had ice on it. So he couldn't get a good grip, so he was slipping and sliding. We might not have survived that thing, because that's the only way that we were able to get in the building and get the door locked, because he was slipping and sliding, okay? So I'm telling you, God's hand and his grace and mercy was over us. And I thank God for that. I'm telling y'all, get away. You can't keep hiding these scars. Get away, baby. Get away. And and this is what's sad. Some of us have hidden scars for so long that we're afraid to even start. We're afraid to even open up, take the Band-Aid off. We are afraid that the floodgates will open if we take the Band-Aid off. And some of us, those hidden scars have caused so many to take their own life. Hidden scars, walking around in depression, not wanting to talk about it, not telling anybody that you need help. Listen, there is help out there for you. All you got to do, pick up the phone. Reach out to somebody. Listen, I am so serious when I say this. I am Stacy's Closet. However, at the end of the day, I'm still Stacy Marie. I'm still human. So I'm saying that to say this. If any of y'all that are watching you need somebody to talk to, you just need somebody to hear you out, listen. Don't hesitate to contact me. Before you consider taking your life, please reach out to somebody. And I'm telling you, again, I love Stacy's Closet. I love fashion. I love all of this makeup, all of this stuff. However, at the end of the day, I am Stacy Marie, and I genuinely love you. I love people. I am passionate about people. If you are in trouble, you need someone to talk to, don't hesitate. Hit me up in the comments. If you look at my comments, I respond. I respond. All you got to do is hit me up. If you want to hit me up on Facebook under Stacy's Closet, find me there. Send me a message. Some of you have sent me a message from Facebook just telling me your thoughts on my video, or telling me to add certain stuff on my video, to talk about certain stuff. I'm telling you, I respond. I respond to each and every one of you that ask me or tell me about that stuff. I respond. So I'm not just some random person out there. I'm not. I am very personable. I love people. Hit me. You can hit me up on Messenger. Hit me again, Stacy's Closet. I'm on Facebook. Before you take your life, please hit me up. If you don't want to talk to me, hit somebody up. Please. If you are in a domestic violence situation, please contact your local domestic violence shelter or call 911. Now, this got a little longer than what I expected, but I just want y'all to get rid of those hidden scars, and not through makeup, not through self-hate, but through loving yourself. And again, by walking away, okay? Some of y'all might need to walk away from your abuser, okay? I know you might think you just crazy about him or her, and you just can't live without them, and you in so much love. Baby, love is not brutal. Love is not violent. Love is not condescending. Love is not disrespectful. So that's not love, baby, okay? But I love you, and I thank you for watching. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Stacy's Closet. I love all of you, okay? And I thank you for taking the time out to watch. And again, everything I have on, it will be in the description, except for the jewelry today. This is a gift. My earrings was a gift. So unfortunately, my jewelry today was gifted. So I can't really tell you where it came from. The dress and the boots, I will put that in the description. description. Of course, it's by Amazon.com. But again, that will be in the description. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And I'm going to give you a big hug and tell you that I love you and there is nothing you can do about it. And until next time, peace and love from Stacy's Closet.